The Little Squirrel. This particular story takes place long ago in ancient India, during the time of the 14 years in the wilderness for Rama and his wife Sita. They were joined by Rama's loyal and dutiful younger brother Lakshman, who dedicated his life to serving his elder brother. One day in the forest, Ravan, a demon with 10 heads, kidnapped Sita by playing a trick on her and took her to his kingdom in Lanka across the ocean. Ravan was a knowledgeable and powerful man, but in the process had also become very arrogant. Rama, along with his brother Lakshman, desperately went in search of his beloved wife. On the way, they met the Vanara king Sugriv, who agreed to help fight against the powerful Ravan. The Vanaras themselves were a strong race of monkey people who lived in the forest. To reach Lanka, where Sita was kept, however, Rama and the Vanaras had to cross a vast and stormy ocean. Rama thus asked his army to build a bridge over the sea, and work began at once on a stone bridge. Thousands of monkeys worked night and day. They pulled out rocks and heavy stones from the mountains and carried them to the sea. They cut them into shape and began to build the bridge. All this was very difficult work, but for them this work was holy and a source of pride. Then along came a little squirrel who had been watching this huge effort and wanted to contribute too. But every time he would come forward to help, the other animals would say, "You stay out of it, you are too small." But the little squirrel did not give up. He kept a watchful eye and darted around here and there to find a way that he could serve. His gaze fell upon some pebbles that he could carry. The little squirrel could only carry tiny pebbles at a time, and in this way he carried them from the seashore and dropped them into the sea to help build the bridge. As he worked, a great monkey was coming the opposite way, carrying a large heavy stone on his back, and almost bumped into the little squirrel. The monkey jumped back.
"Hey, you are such a small creature. What are you doing here?"
shouted the monkey in a voice like thunder.
"You're in my way. I nearly fell in the ocean."
The little squirrel looked up at the great monkey.
"I'm sorry you nearly fell, Brother Monkey,
he said in his small voice.
but please always look where you are going. I'm hoping Lord Rama build the bridge, and I want to work hard for him."
"You what?"
shouted the monkey and laughed aloud.
"Did you hear that? The squirrel is building a bridge with his pebbles. Oh dear, I've never heard a funnier story."
The squirrel did not think this funny at all. He said,
"Look, I can't carry mountains or rocks. God gave me only a little strength. I can only carry pebbles. I too love Lord Rama, and I want to do my level best for him."
The monkeys, however, replied,
"Don't be foolish. Do you think you can help Rama? Do you think we can build a bridge with pebbles? He has a big army to help him. Go home and don't get in our way."
But the little squirrel did not give up. Sitting now back on the seashore, he had an idea. Using his tail, he rolled around in the sea and then covered his tail in sand. He then came back to the ocean and dropped the sand along the bridge construction. The monkey people saw the hurrying squirrel and once again started laughing loudly. They shouted,
"What is the use of the grains of sand, tiny fellow? Look at us bringing boulders and rocks for the bridge. Clear our way and allow us to do some meaningful work."
The squirrel did not respond, but calmly continued with his work. Losing patience, one of the monkeys picked the squirrel up and threw him back towards the shore. Rama was watching this and immediately caught hold of the little squirrel before he fell to the ground. Turning to the monkey people, he said, Do not make fun of the weak and the small. Your strength or what you do is not important. What matters is your love. This little squirrel has love in his heart. Oh, monkey people, you are brave and strong and are doing a wonderful job bringing all these huge boulders and stones from afar and dropping them in the ocean. But did you notice that it is the tiny pebbles and stones brought by this little squirrel which are filling the small gaps left between the huge stones? Also, did you not realize that the tiny grains of sand brought by this little squirrel are the ones which bind the whole structure and make it strong? Please do not be angry and scold the little squirrel. Hearing this, the monkey people were embarrassed and ashamed and bowed down their heads. Rama continued, always remember, every effort, no matter how small, is important and should always be appreciated. Rama then turned to the little squirrel and said softly, My dear little squirrel, I am sorry for the hurt caused to you by my army, but now they understand your sincerity and want you to be in their team. Please go and continue your work happily. Then, holding the little squirrel up to him, he said, Little one, your love touches my heart. As he said these words, he passed his fingers gently over the little squirrel's back. Thus, the Indian palm squirrel got 3 stripes on his back as a blessing from Lord Rama to remind us that sincerity, love, and dedication of service is what matters to God. Just like the little squirrel, never give up in life. Trust yourself, and God's blessings will always be with you.